Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another video. So in today's video we're talking about how much do they pay you on work and travel, right? So you get the job offer, or say you think about going and work and travel or whatever. You want to know how much are students being paid, how much they make, all that stuff. So if you're interested, just go ahead and like, comment, share, and subscribe, and let me begin. Okay, so your salary when going on work and travel will differ by state to state because each state has different minimum wages, right? So some states are more expensive than others. So for example, in a state like maybe Wisconsin, $12 is a decent salary, and if you put that into a state like New York, $12 cannot do nothing. So you have to really take all of that into context. So how much do work and travel students get paid and all that stuff? So disclaimer, the whole point of the work and travel program is not to allow students to just go to America and make money. That was not, and that is not what the embassy created the J1 program for. That is not it. The main purpose of this work and travel program is for you to participate in cultural exchange and meet new people and all that stuff. And let me tell you, say, me meet a lot of people. One, since going on work and travel last year, it has definitely broadened my perspective on life and people, just the world in general. Because what I did not know is that a country like America, you might say, oh, you're gonna meet Americans and everybody watch American movies and TV shows and you think that is it. Listen to me. I have met so many people from other countries. Right? From other countries. I have met so many Mexicans, so much we meet people from Canada, from different states in America. But the point is that the thing that is really common that me keep on I realize when we meet people is that Americans are, for example, we might be Jamaican and a Jamaican might look Chinese, and then a Jamaican might look really dark, and then we mix with Indian and everything. It's the same thing with the US. In the Caribbean, them always teach with that. The Caribbean is a melting pot of culture. The US is a melting pot. I'm tell you, say I've met people from Russia, all about Turkey. Like when I was working at the store, sometimes people that just walk in, and me hear one day this some young people, and I think it was two males, one female. Them just that talk Turkish and blah 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 blah. So me said to the guy, say me like him language, so me ask him if it's Turkish him attack, and him say, "How me know?" Me say it just sound like Turkish. And then is what me really realize is that them can switch from for example, how in a patwa we literally there and I have a conversation. Them just switch, like the accent that they put on to speak Turkish, it just completely gone once them start speak English. So me I say, hold on. I think we Jamaicans can learn something from them because I said before, so one of the main issues when I first went to the US was that the patwa always ready to slip out of my mouth. Like if me subconsciously, if me just not pay attention, it's like sometimes me I say things and sometimes I realize that me start out patwa. Like if me get really comfortable, like me just say things and yeah. So the point is that me realize that me have to be more intentional about speaking English because me can start my sentence in English and somehow the sentence end in patwa and they will not understand you. So working at the cashier, me literally that for mind what me I say. Me literally if you think about what me I say girl. Because it has happened where when me at work, it's like me don't know what happened, but it's like for some reason what has come out, like something funny did happen and me I tell you say the English words never did come. Right? It's like me don't know something like one guy and his friend or something that happened and it's like me tell the man say him run off or something like that. Me say to him, say him run off, and the man looked at me so confused. Okay, so just bear in mind the point of the whole story. So just bear in mind that the whole point of this J1 work and travel is for you to go and participate in cultural exchange. So now, how much do students get paid? How much do they make? As I said before, the state is the biggest factor. The state where you go is the biggest factor. As I said, $12 in Wisconsin might be a little something. $12 in New York ain't nothing. It is nothing in New York. So it depends on the state, and some states are more expensive than others. The next thing that you need to take into consideration is housing. So for me now, last year my rent was $75 a week. So I was paying $300 a month in rent. In a state like New York, you're not getting nowhere for rent for $75 a week. If you get what I'm saying. Them not some big money I go pay in New York because it's a more expensive state. So that's another factor. So how much students get paid, how much they make at the end of the day, that is it. So depending on the state, your housing come into play, in the sense that also because of the state that you're in, your housing will reflect that. So if you're in an expensive state, just expect that your housing are gonna be expensive as well. Right? So some people might when I pick them jobs for work and travel, them say, oh, $17 an hour, me I pick that job then. What them never look upon is the big old dear rent was sitting beside the $17 an hour, versus when you might maybe go small town and you make money because there's nothing in the small town. You don't have to spend your money upon, you just have to save. So that's another thing to consider. So usually the employer should work 40 hours a week, but the minimum that the employer guaranteed is 32. So you can work 32 to 40 hours a week, but basically your hours should not fall below 32 hours per week, because if it fall below 32 hours per week, it means you're not gonna have enough money for like pay your bills, pay your rent, buy food to eat and all them something. So your hours should not fall below 32 hours per week. But the main thing is the hours. So based on the state that you're in, more than likely you're going to be making minimum wage or close to minimum wage when you go on this work and travel program. So that is that. The hours that you work will also come into play. Like for example, if somebody my calculator with me right now, but if somebody's making $12 an hour and they work 40 hours a week, that cannot be compared to somebody who work the same $12 an hour and is making $30 per week. So what I'm going to do right now is to just do a rough calculation, just maybe an estimate of what you potentially could make on work and travel. So may I get my calculator and then show you guys what that looks like. Alright, so let's say for example purposes, this person is making $12 an hour. Let's just say it's a small town, you know, maybe Wisconsin or one of them states, right? One of the northern small town, right? Northern state, small town, something like that. Anyways, they're making $12 an hour, and let's just say they work $39 an hour per week. That is $468 for that week, and usually you get paid every 2 weeks. So that would be $936 before taxes, before rent, before your phone bill, before you buy food. Let us last year my phone bill did around either $45 or $50. So I'm going to go with 45. So minus that. If we minus $45 from that money, we get $891 already. I think me that pay about $150 in taxes last year. I think around that. So let's minus $150 from each salary. We get $741. And what else? So we have taxes, phone bill, and let's just say you spend maybe $200 buy food. For example's sake, you're at $541. Right? So let's just say after your expenses, you have $541 left. Let us multiply that by 2. Estimate would be around $1,082, right? But there are other things, like for example, if you're in a state or you're in a town that requires you to basically transportation. So if you have to take Uber go work or taxi go work or take bus, those are other expenses that you would put in my situation. Me never have to pay, bus or me don't want my foot. Me literally walk my foot go work every day. For work and travel every single morning. Get up early 4 o'clock and walk go work. Anyways, but that's just really potentially how much you could make. But as I said before, it depends on the state. Depends on how much you have left after you have been paid. It really depends on what you spend your money on, because literally, if this is saying that this person have $1,082 left after them that is for the month, $1,082 at the end of the month, right? So $1,082 at the end of the month. What if this person love Amazon? Maybe $200 per month on bus pass or whatever. Let's just say, for example, like there are a lot of things that goes into play. But basically, if God forbid your hours fall below 32 hours per week, then you're in trouble. You'll not have enough money to take care of yourself, to pay your rent, buy food, transportation to work and from, and all that stuff. What else? What other expenses you have on work? Well, each month we're supposed to complete 2 cultural activities per month, right? So for me, what we did go last year, we did go to Banff in Michigan, right? So we did go this whereas we did go to Tasmania, this place named Tasmania. It's basically a lake, and we go on a boat ride and all them something there. You have bowling in the town we did there. We're going to the movies, them have this craft show. What else am I keep? 4th of July parade. So most of these are free, but some of them not free. So those are other expenses. Let's just say you buy lunch every day at work too. That also goes into consideration. But let us just work with the $1,082. If you're living on the bare minimum, let's just say you could make maybe $1,082 at the end of the month. If you're living on the bare minimum, if you're not paying transportation and all that stuff. But basically, this is just a rough estimate. This is from one job. If you are working one job, that is the rough estimate. And also, again, bear in mind that this whole work and travel program is not a money making thing. That is not the purpose of this program. This program is for you to go on cultural exchange, experience a new culture, meet new people, talk to Americans, understand why Americans do what they do. Because listen to me, when I went on work and travel, in the beginning, me I said them Americans are crazy or what. Like sometimes they do things and me just never understand. Me did just why them do that. That don't make no sense to me. And it was after me did it throughout the summer that me say wait, I understand why Americans do what they do. Just like how some people look at me like I'm crazy. So me look at them like them crazy. So it's like a mutual, it's a mutual something. But different cultures, so people are gonna behave differently. So the moral of it is learning to respect other people's culture, not judge nobody. Just like how them not understand you and you not understand them, and you come from 2 different walks of life, literally. Just understand. Anyway, that's just an estimate of how much they pay you on work and travel. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and also don't forget to subscribe to Breeze Adventure on YouTube. You can also follow me on Instagram at Toni_Ashlaay, and then that's the end of today's video. So bye guys.